Morning everybody, welcome back to Boom. My name is Vikash and I hope you all are doing really great. Letter writing is a very important topic of writing section. Today in our video, we will discuss about placing an order. Remember, word limit is 100 to 120 words and it has got 5 marks. My and your everyone's expectation is to get 5 out of 5. Let's see how can we make an attempt to get that. Placing an order. Remember, divide your paragraph into 3 parts, para 1, para 2, para 3, so that your content is very clear in your head. First part, introduction, 2 to 3 lines. Second part, details of my order, and this should be 6 to 8 lines. Next comes my closing of the letter. How do I close it? 2 to 3 lines. Now let's begin with the content. Understand, my dear viewers, if your mind knows how to think, then what to think becomes very, very easy for you. Let me reiterate what I said. Most of the times you have the complaint that how can I come up with a quality content within a short span of time? Yes, it's easy if you train your mind to do so. First thing, write the correct subject. Subject, when you write it, mention this word, placing an order. Very, very important. Then you mention what is this order about. So let's take a hypothetical example. Let's say my name is Rohan and I have to place an order, bulk order for computer accessories on behalf of an institution with Apple Incorporation. So let's take a look. How can we write this letter within 10 minutes with a quality content? Here. Remember, subject done. Now you have to divide your content so that your mind knows, okay, this is the first line I should do. First line, introduction, 2 to 3 lines. So what do I do? First, my mind should be aware. Line number 1 simply means expand the subject. Second line, very, very particular about it. Line number 2, since it is a business transaction you will be doing, so branding the company is very, very important. Then line number 3, remember 2 to 3, maximum 3 lines. Why to place this order with you? This is very, very crucial. Now once you are clear about this, then you have to move to the next part, which is details of the letter. So let's have a look at it. Expand the subject, branding the company, and why to place this order with you. Alright, let me quickly clear it up here. Please be very particular about it. Remember, give a space before you start writing the content of the letter. Beautiful presentation will attract maximum marks. Understand? It is your letter. Make it beautiful. First, line number 1, with reference to the above mentioned subject. You can use this statement to expand the subject, or you can use this is to inform you. Your way of thinking. With reference to the above mentioned subject, I wish to. Now here, place a bulk order for computer accessories on behalf of my institution. If you want, you can mention it. Line number 1 done, expanding the subject. Next, branding the company. Your company is well known for its quality products. Now be very particular while branding it. You can brand the company according to your choice of words. There is no restriction. I'm just telling you how. Your company is well known for its quality products, and therefore I wish to, or just to be very particular to avoid repetition of words, you can also use it here. I would like to do this transaction. 2 lines. Done. And I've also told why to place this order. Next comes my details part. So let's move to the detail section of my placing an order. I hope students, you all are aware that first introduction, minimum 2 to 3 lines. Then remember, para 2, details, 6 to 8 lines, because you have to write 100 to 120 words. So here, line number 4. Following are the details of my order. Then line number 5, prepare the order in a tabular form. Then line number 6, talk about discount. Then line number 7, you have to talk about packing. Very important part of placing an order, because you will receive the product, so you need to be very particular about them. Then line number 8, we have to discuss about delivery and its charges. Finally, we will come up with the next line, which is payment. Then line number 10, setting expectation, or let's me write it here like this, set an expectation for the transaction. And after that, you will be done with your details part. Let me just quickly get you all through the part. Following the details of my order, then prepare the order list in the form of a table, then discount, talk about packing, talk about delivery and its charges, then finally in the end talk about the payment. And line number 10, hope to have that transaction with you. So let's start the content. Students, remember one thing. When you write a letter or any question of writing section, you have to be very particular about your presentation skill. If you have a beautiful presentation of your letter, the chances of getting marks is much more higher. Anybody would be fascinated towards beauty. So let's begin here. Following are the details of my order. Now here, once I've done it, put a colon sign and then make the table. Now you can use a ruler to make it exact. Here, divide the table into 3 parts. First, second and third. Make it like this. First should talk about serial number. Next, name of products. And finally, you will talk about quantity required. Let's begin with the order. Since it is for computer accessories, here let's say first, keyboards. Next, mouse. Next, monitors. Next, let's say printers. And then we begin with the quantity required. Let's say my keyboard required 100, mouse I need 100, monitors let's say 50, printers I require 50. Now, be very specific about the total number of your products. So write total. Again, increase the table. Then write the total number of products, which will be 300. Students, I hope these two things are very clear. Following are the details of my order and the order list in the form of a table. Now we will move to the main part of my details. I'll talk about discount, I'll talk about packing, I'll talk about delivery charges and delivery date. Finally, payment will be mentioned. So, since it is a business transaction, you have to be very particular about your expectation. I expect a flat 25% discount as it is an institutional order. Second thing, moreover, 5% additional discount should be applicable for first time buyers as mentioned on your website. Now I would like to tell you students that if you want, you can mention in the introduction if you have been their regular customer. Let's take an example with reference to the above mentioned subject. I wish to place a bulk order for computer accessories. We have been your regular customer and would like to place another order with you, and then you start like this. Okay, now I have talked about discount. Now packing. Please ensure bubble wrap packing of my products to avoid damage. We shall not be liable. Now remember, with this we learned that whenever you have to use negative after the first helping verb or the model one. Okay, we shall not be liable for any damage at the time of delivery. There should not be any delivery charges for the order amount is above 5,000. Now next, once you are done with it, then you set expectation. When do you want to get it? Kindly ensure the delivery, or you can use another word here, kindly ensure the product reach us on or before any expected date. If you have, you mention here, let's say 25th February 2021. Then once you are done with it, you talk about the payment. I have attached a DD of 20,000 as 30% of the payment, and rest will be made at the time of delivery. Now let me just take you all students through the entire content. Remember, first line discount, expect flat 25% discount as it is an institutional one. If you have been your regular customer, then you can ask for additional 5%, or new customer, then first time buyers. After that, you talk about bubble wrap packing, then you will talk about damage, set expectation, then you talk about the delivery date, finally you talk about the payment. Your detail section is done. Okay, you get any placing an order letter, be it placing a bulk order for library books, be it placing order for let's say sports equipment on behalf of a school or an institution. It can be done very easily if your mind knows how to write it. So without any delay, let's move to the last part of our content, which is para 3. That is about closing. You know, it is rightly said that all is well that ends well. Therefore, you need to finish your letter very nicely. Now first, set expectation for transaction. If you agree to our terms, please send the order as soon as possible. After that, you talk about your gratitude. I will be grateful for your quick response. Now, remember, when you do a business transaction, it is always advisable to appreciate his or her time with whom you are trying to do that transaction. So, if you mention this line, I appreciate your time and business with us, it will create a very good impression. So, you can use it to finally end the content of your letter. Then again, students, give a space, say thanking you in anticipation, because you anticipate something. The order should be really smooth. The transaction will be very happyful transaction for you. So here, done. Then you mention yours truly, your name. Remember, let's say Rohan, and I have to mention my designation, admin head. The designation has to be mentioned in bracket. We are done with placing an order. I hope you have understood, students, that if you have a proper strategy for your letters, which means besides the format part, if you know how to divide your letter into different parts in order to come up with a quality content and also to meet the word limit, you will have the maximum chances of getting 5 out of 5. Yes, it is not at all difficult, provided you take care of your spellings, your grammar, fluency should not be obstructed, and maintain 100% accuracy. I hope, students, you will find it useful. We'll talk about the next category, the next type of letter in our next video. Thank you for watching, and please do subscribe. You all have a good time.